Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive? Today we're going to tackle something pretty cool. Shopping smarter with AI.
Sounds futuristic, right?
Yeah, a little bit. But trust me, it's all about making our lives easier and maybe even saving us some cash.
I'm all for that.
So we've got two really interesting sources to help us unpack all of this.
Okay, lay it on me.
We've got this excerpt on AI audio summary customization.
AI audio summary customization.
Yeah, and a transcript from a podcast called Smart Buys with NewGenBox.
Okay. I'm intrigued. What's the connection?
That's what we're here to find out. It's going to be a fun ride, I promise. So let's jump right into this AI audio customization thing.
Let's do it.
It talks about how users can actually fine-tune the tone and complexity of these AI-generated summaries.
So, what does that even mean? Can you give me an example?
Imagine you're like, hey, AI, explain this to me like I'm a busy parent who just needs the gist, or I'm a total tech geek, give me all the nitty-gritty details. The AI can actually adjust to that.
Wow, that's pretty wild. It's like having a personal explainer on demand.
Right. It's crazy how AI is becoming so personalized. No more one-size-fits-all approach. It's all about you and how you want to receive information.
I can definitely see the appeal. We're all so different in how we process information.
Exactly. And the cool stuff doesn't stop there. This excerpt also mentions AI analyzing top-performing content, like figuring out what works online, to create SEO content outlines.
Wait, hold on. SEO content outlines. Break that down for me a little.
It's like AI is figuring out the secret sauce for online success, cracking the code of how Google ranks websites.
Oh, I see. So it's about understanding what people are actually searching for and then presenting that information in a way that both Google and users love.
Bingo.
Yeah.
It's like having a cheat sheet for getting your website noticed, instead of just throwing stuff out there and hoping for the best.
So AI is taking the guesswork out of it.
Exactly. It's looking at what's already successful and basically creating a roadmap based on that.
Yeah.
Like, you want to bake an amazing cake.
Who doesn't?
You could experiment for months, or you could just use a tried-and-true recipe from an award-winning baker.
Okay, that's a pretty good analogy. I'm following you.
So this AI, it's giving you that proven recipe, but for online content.
Gotcha. But walk me through what that recipe looks like. Like, what exactly is in an SEO content outline?
Well, it starts with a title and meta description, like the headline and that little summary snippet you see on Google.
Right. What else?
Then you've got headings to organize your content, make it easy to read. And there's this thing called search intent, which basically tells you what the person is really looking for when they type in certain keywords.
Oh, that's interesting. So if I search for running shoes, the AI can figure out if I'm looking for reviews, price comparisons, or maybe even a store near me.
Exactly. It's all about understanding the why behind the search.
Yeah.
And there's even more, like target word count so you know how much to write, and related keywords and links to boost your website's credibility. It's like a whole science.
It's pretty impressive. A lot more to it than I thought. So how does this NewGenBox podcast fit into all of this? That's about shopping, right? Not websites.
Right, but that's where it gets really interesting. NewGenBox is a perfect example of how these content strategies we just talked about are used to create a super effective shopping experience. It's not just about listing products, it's about the whole experience.
Okay, I'm listening.
So checking out the transcript, and they have this very clear structure. They highlight their best features, showcase deals, answer common questions, even offer shopping tips, like a mini guide to getting the most out of their platform.
It's like they're anticipating your every need.
Totally. And the language they use is super strategic, too. They talk about hand-picked products, exclusive coupons, and a hassle-free experience. It's all about making you feel like they're getting the best of the best.
Ah, I see what you mean. They're appealing to our desire for convenience, value, and feeling like we're in the know.
Exactly. Like you're part of some exclusive club.
Yeah.
And I notice they focus a lot on categories like electronics, home essentials, and fitness. What do you think that tells us about their target audience?
Well, it seems like they're going for a broad audience, people with busy lives who want solutions that save them time and money.
Makes sense. Everyone loves feeling like they're getting a good deal. And this is where I see the connection between our two sources starting to click. What if we combined the power of AI to personalize with a shopping experience like NewGenBox? What could that look like?
Ooh, now we're talking. That's where things get really exciting. Imagine opening the NewGenBox app, and instead of being bombarded with random stuff, it's like stepping into a store curated just for you.
Okay, I like where this is going.
AI has analyzed your past purchases, your browsing history, even things you've liked on social media, and it's presenting you with recommendations that feel like they were handpicked by a personal shopper who knows you inside and out.
Whoa, that would be amazing, especially for someone like me who gets overwhelmed by too many choices. But how would AI actually pull that off? Walk me through it.
Okay, let's say you're looking for a new coffee maker. AI could analyze not just the type of coffee maker you've bought before, but also articles you've read about different brewing methods, recipes you've saved online, even social media posts from your favorite coffee shops.
Wait, it can do all of that.
Yeah. And then it uses all of that information to recommend a coffee maker that's perfectly suited to your taste and lifestyle. Like, it knows you love pour-over coffee and you're obsessed with single-origin beans.
It's like AI is reading my mind. But how does it go beyond just product recommendations?
Well, think about personalized deals. Instead of generic discounts, AI could offer you deals on the specific coffee beans you love, or suggest a subscription service that delivers those beans right to your door before you even run out.
Okay, that's seriously cool. But wouldn't that take a ton of data? How would AI even know all that stuff about me?
That's the key to AI's power.data. It thrives on information. Think about all the data you generate every day. Websites you visit, purchases you make, searches you do, even how long you watch certain videos. All of that paints a picture of your preferences and habits.
So it's like AI is putting together this giant puzzle with all these tiny pieces of information about me. It's both fascinating and a little scary, to be honest.
I get it. It's powerful technology, and with great power comes great responsibility, right? But that's a discussion for another time. Right now, we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
All right, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's bring it back to the listener. Why should they care about all of this AI and smarter shopping stuff?
Because it's already happening. AI is shaping the online shopping experience whether we realize it or not. And understanding how it works can help us be more informed consumers. We can spot those subtle tactics, make smarter choices, and maybe even find some incredible deals along the way. Welcome back to our deep dive.
So in part one, we were talking about how AI is getting really good at making things feel personalized, like tailoring info to how you learn and stuff.
Yeah, we talked about how those e-commerce platforms like NewGenBox, they use all these strategies and words to really make the shopping experience smooth.
Exactly. So where do we go from there?
Well, now let's talk about how AI is actually being used in the real world, to make shopping smarter and maybe even a little more fun.
Fun. Shopping. Okay, I'm all ears.
Okay, so let's talk product recommendations. You know those you might also like suggestions?
Oh yeah, they're everywhere these days.
Yeah, well, AI is kind of taking those to a whole new level.
Okay, I'm picturing like I'm scrolling through some online store and suddenly, bam, there it is.
Yeah.
The perfect thing I didn't even know I needed. But how do they even know? Like a lot of the time those recommendations feel so random.
That's the thing. Those old school recommendation engines, they just relied on basic info, like your past purchases or what you clicked on. But AI is so much smarter than that.
So it's not just showing me more of the same old stuff. It can actually introduce me to things I might love but wouldn't find on my own.
Exactly. Imagine you're shopping for headphones on like some website.
Okay.
Well, the AI isn't just looking at what headphones you bought before, it's also checking out the music you listen to, podcasts you follow, even those tech reviews you've read online.
Wow, it's like AI is building this whole profile on me.
It is, but it's for a good cause. It's trying to understand like what you really value, what would actually make your listening experience better.
So it could be like anything I'm shopping for, not just headphones.
Oh, absolutely. Let's say you're searching for a new cookbook. AI can look at recipes you've saved, cooking shows you've watched, even posts from chefs you follow on social media.
Okay, that's way more than I realized.
And then it's like, boom.
Huh.
It can recommend cookbooks that match your cooking style perfectly.
That's pretty impressive. But honestly, isn't all this AI stuff kind of expensive for companies to set up? Is it really worth it for them?
That's a good question, and the answer is yes, totally. Because AI-powered recommendations, they're not just about making shoppers happy.
So it's not just about like, oh, we want our customers to have a good time. There's more to it.
It's a total game changer for businesses, too. Think about it. Happier customers mean more sales. More sales means more money for the company.
So it's a win-win for everyone.
Exactly. Plus, it goes even beyond that. It helps companies really understand their customers better.
Like how so?
By analyzing all that data, they can spot trends, they can predict what people will want to buy in the future, they can even come up with totally new products or services that really hit the mark.
Wow, so it's like AI is helping them stay ahead of the game. But you mentioned something earlier about AI making shopping more like Fun. How does it actually do that?
Think about it. Have you ever spent like hours searching for the right product or just gotten lost in a ton of choices?
Oh, yeah, totally.
We've all been there. That's where AI comes in. It can act like your own personal shopping assistant, guiding you to the products you'll actually like, giving you helpful suggestions, even comparing prices and features to help you make the best choice.
Okay, that would be a lifesaver, especially for someone like me. I can get so overwhelmed by all the choices online.
Exactly. And as AI keeps getting even smarter, the whole shopping experience will just get more seamless.
I can only imagine.
Imagine a world where you just tell your AI assistant what you need, it takes care of the rest, finds the best products, the best deals, even schedules delivery.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. But wouldn't all that make us kind of lazy shoppers? Like if AI is doing all the work, do we even need to think anymore?
Good question. As AI takes over more of the hard work, it definitely changes our role as shoppers.
Right.
Are we just becoming passive, taking whatever AI throws at us, or are we still in control of our own choices?
Now that is a really big question. I'm not sure I had the answer to that one.
It's something to think about for sure. And it's a conversation that I think we'll keep having as we explore this whole world of AI and shopping even more. But for now, let's look at another really cool part of this, augmented reality.
Ooh, augmented reality. That sounds super futuristic, like stepping into some virtual world where I can try on clothes and test out gadgets without leaving my couch.
You got it. Augmented reality, or AR, it's basically blurring the lines between the digital world and the real world. And it's totally changing how we shop.
Okay, I'm definitely intrigued. Tell me more. And we're back for the final part of our deep dive.
It's been quite a journey through the world of AI and shopping.
It really has. We've talked about personalizing info,
Yeah.
AI recommending stuff we might like, even augmented reality. But now I kind of want to shift gears a bit.
Oh, where are we headed now?
Let's talk about the psychology of shopping. Like, how does all this AI stuff actually affect us on a deeper level?
That's a great point. You know, a lot of times we think about shopping as this purely rational thing.
Yeah, like I'm carefully weighing my options, comparing prices, making sensible choices.
But in reality, a lot of our shopping decisions are driven by emotions, our biases, those mental shortcuts we all use.
Okay, so you're saying there's more to it than just logic and reason.
Absolutely. And AI is getting really good at tapping into those subconscious triggers that make us want to buy stuff.
Interesting. I'll admit I've definitely fallen victim to those limited time offer messages before.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic example of scarcity. It's a psychological principle that makes us want things more when we think they're about to disappear.
So you're saying those messages aren't just random, like there's actual science behind them.
Totally. AI can analyze tons of data to figure out the perfect timing and wording for those scarcity tactics, and it works, like, really well.
So AI is kind of playing mind games with us then.
In a way, yeah, it can create this sense of urgency, like you better buy now or you'll miss out.
Okay, now I'm starting to feel a little manipulated.
It can feel that way sometimes, but remember, AI is just a tool. Like any tool, it can be used for good or bad.
So it's all about how it's being used, not necessarily the AI itself.
Exactly. And it's up to us, the shoppers, to recognize those tactics and not let our emotions run wild.
Easier said than done sometimes, right?
It can be. But the more aware we are of how AI is being used, the better equipped we are to resist those impulses.
So knowledge is power, once again.
It always is. And it's also important to be mindful of our own emotional state when we're shopping.
Oh, so like, don't go on an online shopping spree after a super stressful day.
Exactly. When we're stressed, tired, excited, we're more likely to make those impulsive decisions we regret later.
It's like our defenses are down and those tempting offers sneak right in.
That's a great way to put it. So try to shop when you're feeling calm and focused. That way you can make clear-headed decisions that align with what you truly need and value.
It's all about taking back that control, not letting AI dictate our every purchase.
Absolutely. We're still the ones in charge, and AI should be working for us, not the other way around.
I love that. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one big thing we want our listeners to remember?
AI is changing how we shop in some pretty amazing ways. It can make things easier, more personalized, even more enjoyable. But we've got to be aware of how it works, the good and the maybe not so good.
And don't forget about the psychology of it all. AI is getting really good at pushing our buttons, and we need to be prepared for that.
Absolutely. Stay informed, be mindful of those emotional triggers, and remember, you're the one in control. Make those shopping choices work for you.
Well said. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible deep dive.
It was my pleasure.
And to everyone listening, thanks for being here. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep shopping smart. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Deep Dive.